Hi, hello. Welcome to the start of the stream. Hopefully everything's working. I'm going to assume it is. And now I'm going to show the game.
$7,000 jackpot.
That
Go
is not
ahead.
the game.
A water balloon!
Wow!
Okay,
Don't
we
worry
all go
about
together
that.
or we go one at
Pretend
a
that isn't
time.
there.
Yeah!
Oh, no, I'm renaming it.
Parkour! I'm right behind you, Andy!
Secrets that those who were not there were not meant to see. Tales, legends of old. Anyway, we'll brush over that. We'll pretend that didn't happen. What's up, Mikey Swag? Welcome back. I'm doing some more Minecraft dungeons. I'm on a low-level character, but I got some cool stuff. I got some of those Hero Edition things. Hero Edition skin, Hero Edition cape, and I don't know where my chicken is. I haven't been able to get that little guy to work. He's over here. But where is he? How do I summon him in game? Maybe I'm missing something in these settings. Key bindings. Hello, I would like... No, I doubt he counts as a friend. I think my little chicken, it just isn't there. My speedy dude. See, that doesn't seem to work. Where is he? Chicken! Oh. Well, I have some speed. I haven't been able to get the right combination since the initial Speedy Steve. Well, if we go on the map, in fact, perfect opportunity. Because I am on a new character, I've only actually done this one. So, if we go double my level, that sounds fair. Let's actually go through that process. Let's see if we can find Creepy Crypt today. I mean, it's relatively straightforward in theory. All you really need to do is spend a lot of time walking around, exploring the different side paths. And in theory, you should come across it. Okay, we'll skip that. I'm sure that has been seen plenty of times by now. And if not, there will be more opportunities. And the poison is actually quite good for dealing with mobs above your level as well. Because as we can see with this guy, we can get him to walk through the poison, and then we just run away. Very good strategy. But these guys aren't too bad anyway. They're only 2 power above my level, which, to be fair, isn't the end of the world. Let's speedy through here. Actually make use of the fishing rod. Take those guys down as well. And let's see if we can find Creepy Crypt. It's always nice to have fun with the firework arrow as well. I mean, I only have 3... Well, I have 4 technically. 3 different artifacts anyway. So, I don't really have too much choice on the selection that I have available on this character. That being said, they're all fairly strong choices anyway. Each artifact has its own upsides, downsides, perks and benefits. Let's gather these guys up. Should be able to... Okay, I didn't hit these guys anyway. But it took down enough of them. The mushroom is indeed overpowered, and I think it's one of my favorites. Problem is, it doesn't come just yet. I think you can get it at the end of this one, I could be wrong. Or maybe it's the pumpkin pastures. Either way, this poor little guy, level 5, has not been blessed yet with the godly mushroom and all of its abilities. Okay, that one looks good. And as for exploration, given that we are looking for Creepy Crypt, it's important to explore all of these little side areas. Now this one here looks very promising. I think it often is in this one, which is quite early on in the mission. So if we go running on through here, if all goes well, we should find ourselves a dungeon entrance. Run past most of these guys, but still going to kill them for the XP. But we can position ourselves in a more favorable place. Now there's a nice little secret as well. I hope you get a beta key as well. Thank you very much. It's nice to see that we've already reached 300. It's literally like 8 days ago. Now this is precisely what we are looking for. So we get this dungeon entrance, and we get a very simple version of this pressure plate kind of puzzle thing. Now in this case, it is only an introduction. So what we actually have to do is press. That's it. That's all we need to do. But to be fair, first mission, they're only introducing the mechanic. So it's no surprise that it's nice and simple. I think it kind of makes sense. I mean, it would be nice in theory. But I think it makes a lot of sense that you cannot keep your beta items, because it seems slightly unfair to players who don't have beta if everybody's just sitting there with all of the unique items and max unlocks for the first 3 missions, and then they are at a disadvantage when the game actually releases. So I think it's fair that all of the stuff gets reset. I mean, it would be nice, at least for the people with beta, but thinking more for those without it, it does seem like the right thing to do. And in some sense, it can allow you to take on a slightly different playstyle. Because I like to hoard all of the uniques, and while I've still been doing that in the beta anyway, just as a way to kind of figure out what that is available, it also means that you can, if you wish, be a lot more reckless with your inventory. You can salvage stuff so that you can use the shops a lot more frequently, that kind of thing. It does open you up to different ways of playing that you wouldn't necessarily be doing when the game is live and the progress is going to stay with you for an extended period of time. Now I wonder if I can throw the TNT across here. Never tried, and that's kind of depressing. But hey, I'm taking the sacrifices so that you don't need to. If ever in the future you think throwing TNT across here could be cool, nice little way to show off some epic skills, just remember that it won't in fact do that. It will just leave you sitting there feeling a little bit silly and down a bit of TNT. Wham bam bam. I mean, even for pre-ordering, I think it seems fair to get set off on the same foot as everybody else in the main release. Have we actually checked everything here? Okay, we have. Well, as much everything as I think. Maybe I missed this area, actually. It will save in the beta, but I think it's account-based that they do the management of everything. Okay, that was a little more anticlimactic than I was hoping. I think it's account-based that they do all the save stuff. So I think it just basically does a hard reset on all account-based progress. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but certainly I would say it makes sense. So you may have noticed that the creepy crypt we just went through was rather small and rather short. That is because technically we are still on Creeper Woods. However, the important thing is the scroll that unlocks the door in that first room to allow us to finish that mini dungeon also unlocks it on the map. So once you've done that, you can then re-enter, same as any other map. So that is then a location that's discovered for the future. Now, it doesn't seem like the dungeon in Pumpkin Pastures is the same. And there is one. And there's also what seems to be a dungeon exit, which is quite clearly defined. It looks similar to the one that we just came out of over here. There doesn't seem to be a way to get in. Or at least not to complete it and unlock it. I suppose we might as well explore up here as well. Now I know there won't be a secret that's quite as exciting as the Creepy Crypt dungeon. But with that being said, there's still a secret chest. Could be anywhere on the map. It's always good to get some extra loot, see what's around. And at the very least, take down all of the mobs in the area. Well, there's not too much up here. Not too many mobs either. But some of these areas are quite prime for having all of the secrets in. And even if not secrets, there is at least one of the chests. And it's always good to try and get all of the loot we can. Hello, Leo. Welcome to a Minecraft Dungeons livestream and or video. However you like to perceive it. Got some nice low-level gameplay at the moment on a new character. Got my nice little hero cape, and for some reason my chicken isn't working. So I guess we've got some ups and some downs. But we have just discovered Creepy Crypt, so I suppose that is an up. I think there is a secret around here. There is indeed. So we have another up. We've got plenty of emeralds. You can play dungeons. Hooray. Nice work getting into the beta. I'm sure there are some who are very jealous right now. But the important thing is, dungeons is somewhat limited in the beta version anyway. So even those who don't get to play right now still aren't missing out on the entire game by a long shot. Many more missions to come, many more items to find, and much more to see. Unfortunately, as we were just saying, character progress will be starting out equal when the game actually releases. So all of the dungeons progress in beta will not be carrying over. Which is nice for those who don't have the dungeons access. It doesn't leave anybody behind. I'm sure those without beta access for the time being will be rather thankful. Uh-oh. Wasn't able to focus that creeper straight away. Seems like I'm at the stage where I can take down creepers when they run at me, even though I think I'm still slightly under the power level. But if I'm not focusing them as soon as they're focusing me, suddenly it starts becoming a bit too risky. Yeah, it is quite a shame that the game is essentially a month later than initially anticipated. And I don't know if the beta lasts forever either. I'm fairly sure the beta is several weeks long. I think they said it was 2 to 3 weeks. That being said, they also said they wouldn't be releasing a second batch of beta invites, and there was in fact a second wave of beta invites. So perhaps with the delays, they will actually be making beta last a bit longer. I suppose we will have to wait and see, and make the most of it up until then. Do have to make sure I have plenty of gameplay so that I can continue making videos in what I'm assuming is about a month or so of not having beta access, but still waiting for the release. So that should be interesting. I think I should have plenty of ideas, at least for some content throughout. I may slowly get more and more desperate the closer we get to release, although I'm sure plenty of news will be filling in those gaps as well. It's nice that they have this little stop-off point partway through. We can stop off, warm ourselves by the fire, enjoy a light snack. For some reason we can also walk on the table, which is a little rude to whoever owns this place. Seems abandoned though. That shouldn't be the end of the world. I mean, the place is infested with spiders, and the villagers are in a little bit of a pickle, to say the least. So I think me walking on their table is the least of their concerns. I mean, they live right next to a giant spider nest. To be honest, that's got to drive down the value of the real estate to begin with. Going to have a hard time convincing somebody to buy up that house if ever they were considering selling. It's nice that there is a little chest here. There are two little areas either side where there could be. In fact, there are. Oh my. There definitely are. I believe that's the first unique on this character. I think we're going to be salvaging that one. Let's see what we have here. Rapid fire. Now that does sound like fun. Now that also sounds like fun. But at the same time, it is a 20% chance. Now this bone bow is actually really fun. So if I shoot it here, see the size of the arrow. Whereas if I shoot it over here... Now where did that end up? Well, let's just say it gets rather large. I quite like this enchant, where the further it travels, the larger it gets. You can have quite a bit of fun, especially when you shoot it off the screen. It can get a little bit crazy. That being said, in single player, I think there is a certain limit where it just stops rendering projectiles. Like, say over here, there's a wall. I think it might actually render this. So yeah, here we... It's hard to see, but compare those two right there. And that is one of the special things about this bow. So it is actually really good for sniper classes who wish to use primarily a bow and arrow. They're able to hang back and deal lots of damage. The further away, the better, in fact. And then we release these guys. I wonder if any of these are the guys that own the house, back on the other side of the spider-infested pit. I'm sure they will be more thankful that we let them out, as opposed to worrying about us walking over their table. Are you okay there, guys? Okay, they managed to get around that. It can be funny how these guys do get a little bit stuck sometimes. Uh-oh. Now we have managed to end up in a bit of trouble here. But I also have my firework arrow. There we go. And that's dealt with a lot of those guys. There's the last couple over here. Ah, interesting. There's no villager up here. I don't know if it is the difficulty, or if I'm just missing something. Maybe they moved it to somewhere else. Interesting. I'm assuming the lower difficulty means that they have less villagers to rescue. They of course have less mobs, but maybe less villagers as well. Interesting. And on the subject of interesting, we have this nice little secret here, but nobody knows what it really does. Got ourselves a little pressure plate, and we can only guess what it does. There's no obvious things that change in the beta version, but I get the feeling something happens here, especially since we can walk through this, and it probably unlocks like a little room in here, one of the secrets similar to what you can find in the other maps. And I think that might be where the obsidian chest is on Creeper Woods. It seems like each map does have an obsidian chest. They all seem to be quite well hidden. And I'm not sure if anybody has managed to find the one on Creeper Woods yet. So it would make sense that this is where it would be. Okay, fortunately took that creeper down. Skeleton made a bad choice walking further away. he only put himself in more danger. That guy's going to get annihilated. These creepers here too. Goodbye. I must say, it is quite fun. I mean, look at the size of that arrow stuck in that guy. So now which way do we go? Well, ironically, we'll go to the dead end first. It is good, as I said earlier, to check each of the directions. See what loot may lie behind some of the terrain, some of the debris. No secrets this time. No chests either. But it's always worth checking. Let's get rid of that guy as well. He seemed to be having a little bit of trouble on the light post. I think he has bigger trouble now. Namely, being a little bit of dead variety. There we go, making use of that creeper like a little portable TNT. And I do actually have a firework arrow primed as well. So let's take down those guys. Nice and simple. Take down this guy as well. So it seems like we're entering the graveyard. And today, we've got a rather skeleton flavoured graveyard. Plenty of bony boys. Getting pelted with arrows. Need to start taking cover, hiding behind. There we go, that's more like it. Tactically retreat. Weave in and out of the terrain. Without line of sight, these guys are no good. Take him down as well. Nice and simple. Unfortunately, we have loads of arrows. So this unique bow that we just picked up is going to get plenty of action. Fight the skeletons at their own game. If you want to shoot me, I'll shoot you back. Difference is, my bow is bigger. Certainly, my arrows. Is there a diamond axe? Now that is a good question. And it is a question that I do not have an answer to. Something worth considering, I mean, I haven't seen one in the beta, but worth considering is that later in the game, there are certainly going to be more types of weapon and more variety within the weapons that we have already seen. I would be surprised if there isn't a diamond axe. And honestly, in kind of a humorous way, I would be surprised if there wasn't a hoe that could be used as a weapon as well. I mean, we have swords, axes, and some uniques as the primary beta weapons. But I would certainly like to see maybe a couple more jokey weapon types. I suppose there are the scythes as well, which are rather fun. Scythes and sickles. I think one is unique. Well, both have unique variety. But I believe there is a scythe, which is a unique weapon. Potentially later in the game, also a weapon that they have normal, well, common and rare varieties of. Now the netherite, that is an interesting one. I'm not sure whether the development of the game would mean that maybe netherite wasn't factored in, as it's quite recently introduced. However, another interesting idea could be that there is a nether section of the game.
These villages are free from the clasp of the illagers, all thanks to you.
It would be nice to see a nether section of the game. Now there is actually somebody who managed to glitch the camp and access the area that you're not supposed to get to just yet. And there is a nether portal confirmed on the other side. Excellent. I now have an awesome bow. And I also have a little dog who is very good with the archers. But I have seen a video, I believe it was yesterday, where somebody actually managed to get on the other side of this. Now it looks like they did it above, on the section up the top, but nonetheless, they found a way to get onto the other side of this drawbridge, and over in the top right area of camp, they actually found another portal, unlit, of course, but it leads to a lot of speculation about what could be coming in the future. Now, I believe it was this way. This is kind of the middle section, and then the equivalent of this on the other side. There's another section of land, loops back around to the bridge that we were just standing at. But there is another portal over there. And I think it'd be very, very fun if they had a Nether Fortress dungeon, but it could also mean, getting back to the original point, that there is netherite stuff, and it's just locked within the nether section of the game. Because over here, I mean, we see the overworld, we see the different biomes from the overworld, but unless it's allegedly a mechanism to just get over here into the Illager's castle, it seems like it would be opening up the possibility for the nether dimension, which could be a whole nother aspect of the game that they are deliberately hiding from us. Now, I would really like to see that. I'd really like to see them throw this map at us and be like, oh, look, there's a mission over here, there's a mission over here, there's a mission over here. I mean, we've even seen gameplay within the Nameless Kingdom. I believe that's where they held the demos at whichever events those were. E3 perhaps, I couldn't tell you precisely. But I think it's rather nice how they show the map, and that would really open them up to the big reveal of suddenly having a nether dimension that nobody would really see coming. Alas, with the beta, we are restricted to this map, and that means we have these options. I suppose, well, we just unlocked Creepy Crypt, and it is good for loot. Next mission is pointing us over here, and it would be nice to maybe find that dungeon as well. Question is, which way to go? I'm going to check my inventory quickly, just to see what items I have unlocked. Probably good to salvage some stuff as well. Don't think I'm going to be needing that bow. Now, I don't have armor on for some reason. I don't know how that managed to happen. Seems like I didn't need it in the last mission either way, so I guess that's not the end of the world. We have a nice little snowball enchant. I also have 5 enchanting points, so I really have been getting behind on my inventory management. Let's quickly go through these. Level 9 sword, now that is epic. Let's get rid of this, and I now have 6 points. Question is, which one do we want? Now this one is quite good utility, so I think I might go for this. I don't think many will be surviving for this part, so I'll go for this as well. And I would like to use that dog. The firework rocket is quite good utility. I think we'll move this back over here. And wow, that was dumb. Okay, we'll ignore that. And we'll go straight into next mission. Okay, so this time it's saying over here. Well, now that we've done our inventory, I suppose let's just go with it. Creepy Crypt it is. Okay, catching up on the chat. Bone Soul with Ricochet sounds absolutely epic. Especially if the ricochet effect means that it travels even further. Because obviously it travels, say, here to hit something. If it then travels there, I wonder if that adds on to the initial distance or just has a ricochet effect. Nonetheless, it does sound rather strong. As for the random pressure plate, I have no idea. I'm not sure if anybody knows. I'm fairly sure that it isn't included in the beta. I think they are deliberately hiding what it does until the full release. Now my best guess would be an obsidian chest, but nobody really knows. One of the many secrets that even the beta players must wait until release to find out. Boom, boom. Let's take that creeper down as well. Now, I have been playing this on higher levels, and of course playing on a new account with some Hero Edition bonuses. It does actually feel a little empty. Actually, let's bring our dog out as well. Let's get this boy into the fight. Let's just throw him there. That was actually quite effective. Zombie didn't have time to react. And this stronger sword is doing rather well as well. Okay, let's check the map. See where we are and see what we are working with. I think it might be an idea actually to backtrack into this section up here, and then we can work our way back down again afterwards. There's a little secret there as well. Boom, boom, boom. Get rid of these guys. Nice and simple. It's not too challenging. I think I accidentally put us on the recommended difficulty as well, rather than slightly higher. So there should be no problem, especially with this unique bow and a rather strong sword, to actually get our way through here. Just check back here first. Always good to check every room that we can. As for playing across multiple platforms, I believe they said that they do intend on including that. It may not be included as soon as they release the game, but certainly within the near future. I think that is something they are planning on having. I mean, it's already integrated into the Xbox Live friends list related stuff, so that's a good foundation. Plus, I believe that one of the limitations for why you cannot do crossplay on Minecraft in most cases is because of the differences between Java and the C++ used for Bedrock Edition. However, this game is built with all of those games in mind. It has no Java prerequisite. Built on the same engine for all platforms, and presumably in the same coding language. So that means there are very few barriers, if any, to stopping them from actually doing cross-platform play. Now, of course, they still need to develop the functionality. So as I said, it may not be available as soon as the game releases, but it will certainly be available at some point. I would imagine relatively early on as well. I don't think we will have to wait too long. At least I hope not. Excellent. Got plenty of loot from here. Still more emeralds to be had as well. Check the last room. Didn't look like there's anything in here. No. Okay. Well, 2 out of 3 and a chest over here. I suppose that equals out to 1 in each room. And I will take it. And here we go. Another chest to somewhat make up for the chest that we didn't find in the other room. Let's see what's down here. So this loops back to this section. However, we also have another one of these 3 rooms. So that means even more loot and more enemies to fight. Both of which are rather good things. Let's get rid of those guys. Let's get my dog out of there as well. It's nice that the skeletons seem to run away from the dog quite a bit. It would be sad if they just stood there and pelted him with arrows. So let's check. More emeralds. Check through here as well. More this way. And it seems like the same as before. So the last room has nothing in. But between the two, still plenty of loot to be had. So that actually gets that section done. So now from this spawn room, there are technically two directions, but they both lead to the same place. However, we now have this way, and we have explored this area. So let's actually go down underneath. Get rid of that guy. Not sure why that zombie stopped. Not a very good soldier. Credit for trying, but not much credit for not trying all that hard. So, let's see over here. Did I go in this room before? I did not. But there is a fun little puzzle. So, this one was relatively simple. It's good old left, right, left, and it gets you in. But those things do get... Crikey. Another one. Those things do get more challenging. Presumably the further through the game we get. There are more little redstone sections, meaning that we need to do more big brain in order to figure out what's going on. On the subject of figuring out what's going on, switch over to this one. Figure out what is going on. Piercing sounds promising. Punch sounds good as well. And Wild Rage sounds fun. Now if you wanted that growing from the previous bow, you can actually get this growing one here as well. And given how fun it was, I think I might have to. Now that sounds like a good combination as well. So if we pierce the enemy, that means it will continue to grow the further it goes. Maybe every second arrow would be worth getting. Oh my. That wasn't a normal arrow. What is going on here? So this thing is kind of bouncing. How interesting. Okay, and we have gone full circle this way. So now, it's time to go down this little avenue here. I must say, this bouncing is quite silly. I enjoy it. You've got to love that. I would like to see some rapid fire on this. I can imagine that being quite fun. Oh my god, look at those arrows as well. They're massive. I'm going to end up running out of arrows just enjoying this thing. This is ridiculous. Now I think there is a chance, by the looks of it, to actually miss a shot. I think it can bounce over stuff. Bad example. Ah yes, there we go. And I believe that was aimed directly at the skeleton as well. I don't think I just shot it. I think that was targeted on him. So that is an interesting downside. Something to be aware of. So I think that's that area done. Where are we going now? There's a room down here, there's a room down there, which I don't think I checked. And then there's the rest of the dungeon. Okay. So that room just had one mob that's got killed in it anyway. Nice and simple. Boing and goodbye. So at this point, we are basically following the objective again. Oh my god. That is so satisfying, I have to say. Uh-oh. There we go, take these guys down. Quite a silly arrow. Now I believe there is a pink one as well. I think it goes side to side. That makes quite an interesting sound. Never managed to get it. Oh my. Was that a ricochet? Or was that a... Wait. Wait, no. Felt like that bounced off of a wall or something. That hit this guy and bounced over to the side. Spawns poison clouds. Oh, it hits multiple targets as well. You would think that would be quite a special thing. This actually kind of has two effects. Now ricochet on this one, I wonder if that would multiply the amount of times it ricochets, or if that would actually be an overlap that cancels out the benefits of one of those. There we go. Got that guy at least. What we have seems to be working though. A piercing shot with a growing arrow is a deadly combination, especially when it bounces and drops poison. This bow really does have a lot going on. Uh-oh. Managed to trap me in place. Got the poison, got the bounce, got the ricochet, and we have the piercing shot. All on one bow. Oh my god, look at that. That was 3 targets with one bow, and it did a 180 in the process. I wonder if I can bounce it over walls though. Get this perfect. No? No, okay, that doesn't seem to be the direction it needs to go. More testing is needed. That is what I can confirm. That looks like the direction we are heading in. So let's go up this way. Clear out this area first. Then we can go to the next one. Goodbye, goodbye. It's nice to one-hit creepers with a sword as well. They are often the most intimidating to run up to. I mean, if you don't manage to take them down in time, you're staring them dead in the face. And that is where they want you most. Fortunately, not too many mobs. And on the power level that we're playing this mission on, nothing too deadly either. Take these guys down. Now the groups of mobs aren't as large as on the higher difficulties. So it makes sense just to use that TNT up. There and then. We can take most of these guys down with our weapons anyway. Let's get rid of this guy. Oh, crikey. That arrow did grow big. This is quite the intimidating weapon. Let's get this guy. There we go, there's the piercing shot. We have a lot stacking up on the left. And it seems with the ricochet and with the piercing shot, there's a decent chance that it will be one, if not the other. And potentially both. Less frequently both. That was the wrong direction. Okay. Oh my god. That was a double ricochet. Hit the guy, bounced off that guy, hit straight back onto him, and then it went over this way. Where was this going? Was it trying to target these guys? I suppose it was. It must have been. Bloody hell. You would not want to mess with this arrow. How did it end up all the way up here? This is a wild weapon. Okay, so there's a little area up here. And there's one on the other side as well. Let's get our dog back. Just realized we haven't had that out for some time. Check the other side as well. Now there can be chests up here. There's one here, so I'm not sure whether there would be. But it's always good to know. Let's check. 0 out of 1 secrets, and still 10 more chests. That is quite a few. Let's look over here. Nothing this way. Some unexplored areas over this way. Will it cost to make updates to the game? Using same accounts and keeping progress rather than crossplay. Well, between beta and release, account progress will be reset. I don't think the beta progress is meant to kind of impact the final release game's progress. It's not meant to give you an advantage over anybody else. As for paying to update, I mean, you need to buy the game in one form or another for the release. The beta doesn't give you that kind of access. However, updates beyond that, there will be DLC, which will be paid, be it through the Hero Edition instead of the standard edition, or purchasing that separate fee. But for the standard game, and whatever that may include, I don't believe that will have any extra costs. Excellent. Hero Edition is a good choice. Each person has their own different situation. For some it is the best choice, for others perhaps not. Certainly in my case, Hero Edition is the way to go, and I believe it would be cheaper long term if you plan to get all of the DLC anyway, and you know that that's going to be something that you would do, then it's almost certainly cheaper to get the Hero Edition as a package rather than the Standard Edition and then buy each DLC individually. Normally games do package up those kind of things, make it into a nice little bundle, and give a little bit of a reduction on the price in order to kind of encourage people to go for that package. And I suppose there's a way for people to get people to commit to actually getting the DLC as well. Nice little way of advertising. Makes it more enticing for those who would otherwise be on the fence. And besides, who doesn't love a hero cape? I would also love a chicken. However, I don't know why it isn't working. I should probably look into how exactly the chicken works. I don't know whether I'm missing a key binding to get the guy to come out, or what it is. I have it equipped. My hero cape equipped immediately. The little chicken guy, he's equipped. And nowhere to be seen. I don't know how that works. I don't know if he gets stuck somewhere. I don't know if the first time I equipped him he got stuck way back on the first level. I really do not know where my little chicken is. Maybe he's just still in his egg, waiting for release. And then with release will come my baby chicken. Okay, anyway, the inventory does not pause the game, I mean. So let's get these mobs dealt with. Crikey. 3 creepers in one shot. It is entirely possible that it is a bug. Just to check. Nothing around here, right? No. Nothing that way. I don't think I'll check the other side. I don't think there's ever really stuff down those little side bits from this area. I could be wrong. What is right is that there are some chests here. And that is rather tasty. Yum yum yum. Give me some. Give me all. Give me many, in fact. As many as there is to offer. That little bit there is done. Head around this corner. Face the skeletons. This bow is so good for long and short range encounters. Oh, get away from my dog. That was fortunate. That could have been a very unhappy dog. Right there, with the creeper standing on his face. Okay, nothing in here, but there is a chest over there. And this, right here, opens up a whole nother area. So let's get this first bit done first. Find the loot. And then, potentially, mark this off as done. And not have to come back. Now, that being said, I think I have actually completed this area. Because we now have this. So what we have here is a pressure plate. And the first opening. Little side note, that was interesting. My dog apparently has the ability to attack through walls. That is strange. That is an OP dog feature. Whether your dog is on the other side of a wall. And interestingly enough, let's see this in action again. There we go. Look at that. That seems slightly OP. Maybe slightly buggy. Can't pick up items, which is interesting. But the snowball enchant on the armor actually has the ability to do the same. It can target and damage, or at least stun, I think it's more of a utility than a damage. But nonetheless, it can target and stun mobs on the other side of walls, which can be pretty handy if you're coming around a corner. Big old creeper on the other side. Throw on the snowball. Big old creeper is little old no problem. And what else is not a problem? Plenty of emeralds. That's what I like to see. Damula. That's sweet, sweet green money. Oh, that was a bad time to start reading chat. Do not want to be falling through the holes in the bridge. No, thank you. Uh-oh. Okay, so most of those guys died anyway. Did try and hit one with the arrow. Already dead before I could get my arrow there. That's the chest through here showing up. Is that a secret? I don't know if that counts. It would be silly if it was, because it's basically part of the main storyline. Aha. I also have some better armor. We can worry about the loot afterwards. But we should worry about the enchanting points. Now that could be fun. Uh-oh. Another demonstration that the game does not pause while you are in your inventory. So something to be aware of. In fact, I don't even think it pauses on the pause menu. Well, the menu. There's a lot going on behind this menu screen. Rather busy dog. What has he been getting up to? There's a loot pig in here. And that looks like this. Yes, it is. Okay. So I've figured out the way to tell where the secret is in here. And the way to tell is that the skull is facing the other way. We'll get to that in a second. Take that guy down. Or find somewhere to throw this TNT as well. There we go. That should do. Stay there. Perfect. Okay. So, let's go back in here. And let's look at this lovely little secret, which I think counts as my 0 out of 1. Da-da-da. Perfect. So that is very well hidden. Surely that counts, right? Really? Hang on. Oh my god. We've got another one. What do we have here as well? Okay, those are boots of swiftness. And here we have the archer's armor. Lovely little drop from the obsidian chest. Munch, munch, munch. Now I get the feeling. Really? Lower power? I refuse to believe that putting this on isn't a good idea. It does look kind of silly, with this skin having a hood, and then the archer armor having a hood as well. I don't remember being able to drag my character around either, until recently. Certainly when I first got the beta, I get the feeling I tried this. So this is very nice. Do a little twirl. It's nice that the cape has some physics to it as well. Yes, anyway. We got ourselves some archer armor. That is the important thing. Crikey. We are doing well. Swap these over as well. Just to flex a little bit with the second unique bow. Could really do with a weapon, to be honest. Don't really need 2 bows. Then again, it's nice to be able to flex. So, take it whichever way you will. Alright, there's a little section here. So let's actually go up and do this section first. Then down this way. And then we want to follow the objective. And that is precisely why. We want to make sure we get all of those delicious chests. each and every one that we can find. They are sure tasty. Ah, I see. Progress between devices. Quite an old message. I've been a little bit distracted from the chat, but yeah. Well, it seems to be heavily account-based, a lot of the stuff anyway. So I think it would be nice if you could keep stuff across accounts. I don't know though. I guess that's in the developers' hands. I'm sure they have their reasons for whichever mechanism they choose to implement. And I suppose we will have to wait and see how it goes. Let's take down these guys. Oh, there's some TNT as well. Delicious. That can go down there. I'm not sure if that... Oh, dog, no! Oh my god. Can't believe he's done this. A valiant sacrifice for the team. A sacrifice that was not needed. Now that was interesting. The fireworks arrow seemed to shoot out just like the bow does. That was quite comical. Chicken with 6 mini zombies on it. Now that is quite a sight to... Fuck. That's quite a sight to behold. I'm assuming you don't mean the chicken pet. Instead, the chickens that can be found around the map. Which are quite fun, I have to say. I had one on pumpkin pastures that I found about midway through, and ended up actually taking it all the way to the end of the mission. It's the last little guy that I kept alive. I tried to get an enchanter to enchant him up, get him all strong, make him a big boy. The enchanter was slacking that day, so I had to sacrifice the enchanter. Of course, let the little zombie riding the chicken live to see another day. Excellent. Ourselves a nice little chest under here as well. This is certainly a very good mission for looting. As you can imagine, from a dungeon, plenty of loot to be found. Minecraft dungeons should add capes. Well, I mean, the hero cape is already one of those. Whether they plan to add more is another matter. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't add like a Minecon cape to Minecraft dungeons as well. Now, of course, something some people have been saying is that they think it would be nice to get the hero cape in Minecraft. Now, I think that would hypothetically be nice as well. However, I think the capes in Minecraft are something that you need to put quite a bit of work into getting. I say work, but I mean you need to either attend one of the official conventions, which is quite a thing to go through. I mean, traveling potentially to another country to go to an event, or being a significant contributor to the community. It just feels like if you pre-ordered Hero Edition for the extra £10, it would kind of cheapen the value of the capes that you acquire from other means. Oh my god, bloody hell. Another green menace. Oh, is mine better? Oh, they're the same. Thank god for that, because I need my enchanting points. I'm not late enough into the game to be leaving redundant enchanting points around in my inventory. And yeah, I can't fight my hoarder mentality to just keep the unique weapons that I find. I just noticed, however, I do have a better sword. Well, melee weapon, shall we call it. Certainly not a sword. And on the subject of which, I can actually salvage this. I can even get the same thing. However, committed, I think, is good if you're not playing ridiculously high above your level. Because usually when you do start attacking, you do plan on finishing the deal. Let's see if my chicken can do anything again. equipped cosmetics available. How does this work? See, he shows over here as well. That is the strangest thing. Then again, so does my dog. And I don't know where that guy is. Am I meant to have something to summon him with? I summoned the dog despite them showing here. I don't know why the chicken isn't working. It's quite unfortunate. I mean, at least I can show off the hero cape and the skin that, well, one of the two skins that come with. Chicken, please. That was like the one thing I was looking forward to more than others. I mean, the DLC is nice and all. Yeah, cape is quite flashy. But I want a chicken. I want to have my little squad of animals running around with me. It really was what I was looking forward to most. And the one thing that doesn't work. I will certainly make sure to look into why that may be in the future. Perhaps after the stream, see if there is a known bug where chickens just don't work. See if I am missing something obvious. I mean, there's not a summoning thing in my inventory, right? No, there's nothing here. These don't do anything. That doesn't do anything. Chicken, hello? Tried right-clicking instead of left-clicking. Still no effect. How disappointing. Oh well. I suppose that is what you get with a beta package. Things don't always work the way that you would like them to. That's all part of the experience. Okay, so we have found the exit here. But we also have more dungeon. Given that I like loot, I'm gonna do the other bit of the dungeon first. I did check key bindings. I will check again soon. It's not anywhere that I would expect it to be. Don't see anything down on the hotbar either. But perhaps when I finish the dungeon, as I head out into Creeper Woods, we'll see if we can find anything. It would be nice to have that little chicken with me while we fight the creepers, embrace the night together. Spooky, spooky Creeper Woods night. This pickaxe is quite good. I'm liking the damage from this. One-shotting quite a few of the lower tier mobs. That guy down, that guy down. Let's actually use our arrow. Oh, that is satisfying. Oh my god. Dog, are you okay? Dog? That dog doesn't look okay. Nothing in here. Anything this way? No. This is the place we were just now. Oh. Oh. That was strange. That made the noise. Okay. So this is showing as not fallen. Well, it's showing as neither, to be honest. It's not showing as fallen brick or... Ah. How does that work? It made the falling sound, as though a brick fell. But it doesn't show a hole in the floor. Very strange. I don't understand. Chicken pet doesn't work. Now we have this too. Nothing makes sense anymore. In you go, dog. Woof woof. Goodbye, creepers. And let's get ourselves some epic loot. So one more chest over that way. Let's check. 19 out of 22. Okay, so with this last chest over here, that will mean there are 2 more chests. Somewhere hidden within, well, potentially the dungeon, or potentially somewhere outside. Ding ding ding. Lovely sound. go over this way. See if there is loot to be found. This is these two. I don't know whether this counts towards one of the 22, but there is a chest that we do get after this as well. Oh my god. This bow is still crazy. Oh, it does. It does. The ricochet increases the size as the arrow travels between the ricocheted mobs. Okay, so let's check. 23, okay. That's telling me that there were, what, 18, I think, to begin with. Total chests. 17, in fact, I believe. Total chests that had already loaded in. And there are now 23, including the ones that we found afterwards. I think we've also searched all of the areas in here. Okay, not that way. It's up, through, and over the top. So it's now time to head out into the Creeper Woods. This way? Really? Let's just take a step back. Over here? No? Are you telling me that this way isn't faster than this way? Even though we're going over here? That seems silly. Trying to get me to waste my time going the long route. And yes, ironically, I spent more time standing there complaining about them wasting my time than I would have done even if I went the long route. Certainly not if I just went the short route to begin with. Either way, we got our loot, we escaped alive, and at the end of the day, isn't that what really matters? I think so. So, as always in Minecraft Dungeons, the map is telling us to go that way. Oh, I didn't know I had that propped. I had a firework arrow that I didn't know I was ready to deploy. Let's give the creepers some of their own medicine. And that last guy died early. Did this guy survive as well? I think I might have just missed that entire TNT. Could have been entirely ineffective. Okay, we'll check down in these little areas. There's always the potential that there's something hidden down behind. Anything in here? No, no, no. Anything in here? No, no, no. Anything in here? I think I checked this one. Okay, no, no, no. But it is always worth checking, because you never know. Oftentimes there are things down there. Now let's check again. 21 out of 23. Now, if we don't find anything here, it is still entirely possible that there is actually stuff out of the entrance. A little known thing that many people overlook is that you can actually leave through the entrance and enter like this whole sealed off area of Creeper Woods. You can only access once you go back after completing the dungeon. So when you spawn in initially, there is a closed gate. Uh-oh, my dog died. There's a closed gate just beyond the entrance. However, that does unlock once you actually complete the dungeon. So what you can do is travel back through... Oh, whoops. I didn't want to shoot this guy because he was one on his own. I tried to shoot these guys, and I just ended up shooting straight into the wall and hitting nobody. Oh, okay, no, that just ricocheted towards him. It did not take him down. Let's get my dog back. Didn't miss anything here. So let's continue going over this way. And it seems like, based on not finding anything, I mean, if we really, really wanted to, it's not worth the time, I would say. But we could go back through the dungeon, out to the entrance, and actually find those last two chests in the area we spawn in initially. I think for 2 chests, though, it would be more time efficient to go into another map, go into another mission, and just start finding chests in there instead. That's a beefy amount of damage, 0 downs, nice to see. Now let's see what we get from this rather special chest. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. My health has gone up as well. It's good to see that it goes up with the levels. Okay, let's actually see what we have. That, goodbye. That's goodbye. Don't need this, don't need this. As soon as I see a red arrow and it isn't a unique, that's how you know it's time to go. Now, there's a better bow, but oh, that is significantly more damage as well. Although these enchants are also good. Okay, maybe that's worth keeping around. Maybe. Jeez. That just made a noise. Oh, there we go. There are some interesting noises coming off these items. That is an interesting aspect a lot of these uniques have. They seem to make some strange noises, fitting of whichever unique quality they have. Damn. Starting to get loot that's actually better than my uniques. Which is a shame. Level 1 sword, however, very much not better. So, goodbye. And this, I think we can get rid of as well. Okay, epic. Last one as well. Epic. Gone. Okay, yes. That reminds me. Key bindings. Let's have a look in here. I think the chicken is actually meant to be in the world. I think it is meant to follow you around. I don't know how, though. Still need to look into it. Yeah, you can join. So let's go into settings and key bindings and see if we can find anything about the chicken. Root player, left shift. That's interestingly actually an attack as well. So let's go through. This is indeed best game. I agree. Maybe not best. There are many games for many different tastes of game play, depending what you are into. Best is extremely subjective, but certainly... Oh, whoops, did not want to do that just yet. But certainly, very good, very fun. And this is just the beta. So, in the future, when we have a released game, all of these missions unlocked. Potentially multiple missions within the same area as well. Because I don't see why, like here for instance, or up here, couldn't have another mission that they deliberately don't show you this early on. I mean, just as an example, they have an extended gameplay demo on the official Minecraft Dungeons site. Very clearly in pumpkin pastures. You can tell from the biome that they are in. And yet, it doesn't seem to be the same experience that we get here. This is heavily oriented on the ship. But perhaps somewhere down here, somewhere over here, maybe. There are actually multiple missions. I would like to see that. Now that is of course entirely hypothetical. Beta access, and there is no way of knowing with certainty. But time will tell. Is there a way to put movement speed on WASD? There is not, and that is why I have bound my artifacts to AWD and my heal to S instead. My hand kind of naturally rests on WASD anyway, so it seems like a good way of making use of what feels like a natural way of holding my hand on a keyboard. And I have actually found it to be really good. By default, it's 1, 2, 3, and perhaps E. I think it's E, which is used for healing. But it kind of made sense just to make use of that WASD.
The Illager raids have roasted this once lush land to ruin. Only one village remains unspoiled in this corner of the world.
Okay, let's skip that. We can come back to that later if need be. But I'm sure most of the gameplay has that within it. What game is this? This is Minecraft Dungeons. It is a dungeon crawler in the world of Minecraft. However, a very different style game. If you're looking for Minecraft with dungeons, then this is not what that game will be. This is a dungeon crawler with Minecraft. Important to stress the difference. However, it is very fun, and it is not on Epic Games. It is on the Mojang website or the Microsoft Store. Goodbye, S-Floors. Thank you for the time that you have spared. Thank you for your participation, and I hope to see you again in the future. A dungeon in a dungeon. That is mind-blowing. Dungeonception to the max. I believe I found one of those as well. Or yeah, something similar to that. And I hope that isn't a bug as well. I hope that is something they include. I think it was the Creeper Woods one, where I exited and then I entered another dungeon. So I didn't actually find the dungeon within a dungeon that you speak of. I think I have actually gone the wrong... Well, I think I've gone the right way, which makes it the wrong way. Let me just check up here. Yes, I have indeed. I want to go the other way. I will go back there momentarily. Let's just explore this little side. And actually, even though it's kind of depressing having a dog die on a regular basis, let's go with the ultra speed. Double boots. And then we don't need to put a dog in harm's way. Speedy speed. And more speedy speed. Can you play on your phone? Not at the moment, no. There's no confirmation of mobile support. And I guess we haven't really heard anything in that regard. That may change in the future, but I would not count on it. Then again, it could be something that they are planning on introducing, and I guess they're just releasing it on all of the consoles and PC. Kind of similar to how GTA do it, but in reverse, where they have one version which is across all of the platforms, and then they have another version where they make changes, in this case optimization and kind of reducing things to make it compatible with mobile. In GTA's case, adding extra, since PC can handle more that gets thrown at it. But yeah, certainly for the time being, there is no confirmation of it being on mobile. When did I download this beta game? Approximately 2 weeks ago, when I was blessed enough to have somebody message me with a beta code. That made me big happy. Oh, now this is going to be interesting. Firstly, okay, well, let's go over here first. There's a nice little secret chest here. I'm curious, given that this bow bounces... Okay, yeah, that was interesting. So this bow doesn't necessarily bounce on the floor so much as just bounce along the path that you shoot it in. Oh, I didn't even hit, though. That's interesting. Okay, hang on. Let's switch this out. Oh my, okay. Oh. Everything's going wrong. So apparently, bows cannot shoot that far. Apparently, I can also fall off of that ledge. We've learned 2 things here today. I guess. With this opportunity, though, let's see how big these things get. Oh, that one hit him, okay. That one didn't, though. That really does hit them hard. They are not happy about that. Can I hit these guys? No, I can't hit those guys either. Kinda looks like their animations are a bit strange when they are that far away. Let's see if they liven up a bit as I jump down here. I think they do. I get the feeling that camera angle kind of puts it in a bit more of an unflattering light. Kill those guys. Switch back out to this bow. This one is more fun after all. carry on the exploration. Ah, got some sickles. Now, I would like to equip those, actually. Because these are quite fun indeed. And lightning damage. Yes, please. Oh, I'd love to put some lightning damage on my super rapid attack sickles. Look at that. This map is good for the sickles. I actually found the Last Laugh, which is a unique pair of sickles, somewhere on this map as well. I think it was slightly further in. Get rid of that guy. Get rid of that guy. Nice little level up along the way. And a nice big arrow to counteract that. I'm going to check here, even though highly unlikely there's anything here. I mean, it's an adventure style game, and I like to check off all of the areas just to be sure that I haven't ended up missing some vital loot. And kind of on the subject of the Last Laugh, I think the chest that I got it from is right about here. Exactly here. Although this one doesn't contain quite as much exciting loot as the last time. Nonetheless, a nice little secret chest to be aware of. And it has some good loot in it nonetheless. It does look like the armor is actually better than the one I have already. Which is a shame, because I think it's unique. And the last thing I want from my unique armor is to be picking up some common alternative scale mail as opposed to the unique archer's armor. I can't bring myself to do it. Not yet. Not so soon after finding. Didn't get a key, that is a shame. Problem with the random selection is that, well, some get lucky, some do not. All we can be certain of is that everybody has a fair shot in getting the released game. Fortunately, a little bit delayed. That is a shame as well. Managed to dodge the creeper though, that is not such a shame. And big not shame, this here. We managed to find ourselves another dungeon. Hell yeah. Dungeon with loot in. No less. Should start the game in offline. Oh, damn, I keep forgetting that's what they do. I'm not used to this geomancer. These walls are really annoying, but those red pillars are actually explosive. And as I said, I'm not used to those being something to deal with. Oh, got some better sickles though. Where did they go? Here they are. 14 as opposed to 12. And I can actually salvage these. Another enchant on. Maybe let's go with damage. I was tempted with the chains. We had chains on the last one. Fortunately, a very small dungeon indeed. Now they are clearly prepping this similar to the one in Creeper Woods as a dungeon that you unlock. You get the full-scale dungeon, and from there you're able to explore it from the map, but also just explore it to the extent where there is actually an exit that you come out of. And that is a very important difference to note between this dungeon on Pumpkin Pastures and the dungeon in Creeper Woods. There is no exit, there is one entrance that we come into, and that is all. However, there is an area that very clearly looks like it is where the dungeon would exit in the full game, presumably. Or at least in another dungeon, perhaps, that is entirely hidden. There are also some stone structures around the map, which are built from the same materials as the dungeon. It seems like that is somewhere that would have something to do with the dungeon as well. What that is for the time being, we don't really know. Fortunately, I have quite a lot of speed, because if I go up here, just shoot that quickly, and show you what I mean. We have this little section of the wall here, which seems kind of suspiciously redundant, but at the same time is very clearly a slightly different shade, and is the exact size of one of those moving kind of rock panel things that we see on the Creeper Woods dungeon as we exit. Which leads me to believe this is where we would come out of the dungeon that we were just in. Most likely in the full release of the game. For the time being, I don't think Beta will be seeing this from the other side. However, what we will be seeing is the rest of the mission. As long as things go well, of course. Badly timed, but as long as I don't get killed. Fortunately, I still survived the creeper. That was dangerously close. Ah, is that my chicken? The chicken I have been so desperately searching for all this time. Alas, the zombies have stolen them from me. Okay, let's just blow up some of these guys. Use super speedy speed to run away. Let's get rid of these guys first. Everybody knows the enchanters are the first people to go down. Otherwise, you're just giving yourself a more challenging fight. I mean, possibly that is what you're seeking. But if you're just trying to survive and thrive, then goodbye enchanters, and hello enchanted creepers, who I didn't manage to kill in time. Luckily they didn't kill me either. We still have our super strong arrows to help us along the way. Open the secret door TNT. I like the way you think, and I'm going to try and find some TNT that has got some potential, and I am intrigued. See, it seems like an exit, but it also seems like Mojang would be smart enough to be able to make the dungeon exit door not be visible before being activated. I mean, it's literally a different color to the other bricks, so maybe you do know something I don't know. Now I suppose I just need to hope I actually get TNT in the first place. It'd be rather unfortunate if I didn't, although I will be coming back here sooner or later. Certainly, the next TNT I get goes straight back there. Now this is a good place actually, because these guys are infinitely spawning. Means I can just stock up. Click the first switch. I can actually just stock up on items, potentially TNT. So if I just keep attacking these guys, then wave after wave will come, and eventually we should get some TNT. Also a really good opportunity to use up my almost 400 arrows. That's a crazy amount, and with such a wide open space, it's actually, okay, never mind, 432, just got even stronger. Fortunately we have loads of space, loads of arrows, and, debatably, loads of time. All I really need is TNT. These guys aren't too difficult, so I don't really need to worry about getting entirely annihilated. I don't need to be extremely strategic with my firework arrows, especially with this ricochet, the growing arrow, and the chance for it to go through. Now we'll take some of these guys down. Perhaps most of them would be a good idea. But I actually have... Oh, I have 2 TNT. Okay, okay. I'm going to do a double demolition, just to be certain. I'll come back for you. Stay safe. I'll be back. Here we go. So let's go and have a look. Hopefully this does something. I would like for this to do something. And if not, then we can still rest assured that it is most likely the exit for the dungeon. Good that we have these speed boots as well. Ultra speed. Oh, that went through. That actually went through. Hang on. Okay, so it did not blow it up, but it did go straight through. Fairly sure this must be the dungeon exit then. It would have been really cool, though, if blowing it up with TNT was actually the solution. And I mean, there's no denying, I had enough TNT. If you're telling me I needed 3 TNT just for that to work, then that's a little bit crazy. Especially given that I found all of the secrets already. Okay, let's take this guy down. And I suppose let's do another wave. With these arrows, it's actually quite fun watching them bounce. Especially given that in this area, the camera actually pans out. So you have a lot wider view of everything that's going on. Perfect. Stand and fight these guys. That skeleton actually managed to miss, even though I was essentially standing still. Oh, that's a shame. And I suppose let's get this over and done with. Let's head on through, see what we can find. Supplies. Get that bread. And I think there is an evoker soon. 1 arrow just took down the 3 staple mobs of Minecraft. Took down a zombie, skeleton, and a creeper. I suppose that leaves the spider out. Doesn't show them as much love as they deserve. I would say they are the 4th primary mob of Minecraft. But still, 1 arrow, 3 mobs. That's hard to argue against. What is better? The rocket arrow or the flaming quiver? Good question. And I suppose it depends what you are trying to do. The rocket arrow is 1 big boom, and that is your job over and done with. And then you're back onto the cooldown, whereas the flaming quiver gives you 12, I believe, something around there. Which means you can shoot far more times, and potentially means that you can hit 12 separate mobs and actually have an effect on them. Where the fire arc arrow... Oh my, we have another dungeon. Now that is epic. Let's go back in here quickly. The firework arrow. Let's see what we find in here. Still small. Is a big AoE, but there is a chance for it to only affect a few mobs. Now, I think there I had approximately 6 mobs, which were all taken down with a single shot. It is very good for wave clear, which is always handy. However, that is what it is primarily good for, where the firework arrow is good for enhancing your normal arrow shots. I think they both have their ups and downs, and in some sense, it is dependent on your playstyle, what you are trying to accomplish. Perhaps if you are in a multiplayer environment, it depends what role you are trying to fill. But certainly, for early in the game, having the firework arrow is a big positive, and is the first, or one of the first, that you are likely to come across. So in these early stages of the game, especially in my case, in this character, it may be your only option. I actually don't have a flaming quiver yet, so I don't even have the luxury of choice. Okay. These guys shouldn't be too high over our level. Now it's guys like this as well, where the firework arrow can be effective. However, it is also a putting all of your eggs in one basket scenario, as all it takes, as I had in that fight, is one missed arrow, and you're basically done with your artifact for that encounter. Whereas the flaming quiver gives you 12 opportunities to actually land your shots. Then again, each one you do land is significantly less effective than a firework arrow would be. Thank God I managed to take that guy down. I really did not want to be getting in an explosive encounter with a enchanted creeper. Wonder if there are any lightning mechanics as well in the late full release game, where we could actually get some charged creepers. I'm assuming that the enchanters kind of take care of the charged creeper thing anyway. I mean, enchanted creepers are basically enchanted creepers. Uh-oh. I managed to leave a chest behind. How did I manage this? Well, I loot ninja all of the loot. Even if it does involve some backtracking, I refuse to leave any loot behind. What is this? How did this happen? Oh, I see. I see. So that makes total sense. Game can be crafty like that. Had a chest here hidden behind. Oh, what on earth? What did I just do? I don't think I'm going to be recreating that. That's strange. Movement really bugged out there. Yeah, the game can be quite crafty with where it ends up putting chests. In the tutorial, there is one where you have to go through a bush to get to the other side of a fence, which is a completely hidden secret area. And there is actually a chest inside. That is one of the secrets in the starting area. And it could be argued that is quite a difficult thing to come across, especially for new players. Although it is a nice little thing to end up coming back to when you replay the level and actually realizing there are things like that hidden away. However, sometimes, like in the scenario we just had, can mean that you end up missing stuff, even if you explore the area, because they are quite well hidden in cases. And I reckon that is good. I think that is a good thing for them to have included. But certainly something to be aware of. And unfortunately, it doesn't seem like we can change the camera angle. At least in the beta, it seems locked to this perspective, which means we can't really rotate and actually see behind the bushes or get a different perspective in order to find out certain things. Now, I'm not sure whether that feeds into the level design, where they deliberately use the angle you have as a way to create mystery on certain things, like that chest, for example, hidden behind the tree. That could be intentionally hidden, and the camera angle is locked so that things like that are possible. Uh-oh. Got another big boy. Take down the guys on the floor first. Make sure these little minions don't do too much damage. Definitely good to get rid of all the guys on the side as well. Problem is, he keeps spawning things. Uh-oh. The damage isn't too bad. And I do actually have another firework up any second now. Ow. Okay, there we go. Took him down. A little challenging. But not too challenging. Ah, the skeleton's doing their thing. That guy's head. I always find that funny. Oh, we are a little low. We are indeed a little low. But I think we'll be okay. Make sure to use good use of the arrow, heal up, and all is okay. Hello there, Ostap Studio. Welcome to Minecraft Dungeons. Here we explore the pumpkin pastures in all of their pumpkin-y glory. Oh, I just ate something. Bang. Get destroyed. Spider trying to hide under the tree. Just like that chest from earlier. Looks like all of those areas have been explored. So now, we are entering the village at the end. Our final destination of pumpkin pastures. Let's ring the bell. Let's get this encounter underway. Don't know whether it's a good idea that I have my rockets prepped already. Let's see if I can get this cooldown to finish before the evoker turns up at the end. Whether that means I stall when fighting these guys. Oh, that's quite funny. The Geomancer just took down 4 of his own team. Excuse me, come back here. Oh my god! He just did it again. He took down the Enchanter and the other guys. Okay, I'm gonna head over here. Oh, brilliant. So these... Excuse me. Oh wait, you can shoot through these? Am I meant to? No, those are meant to stop arrows. I think I was so close that it actually allowed me to shoot through. How interesting. Ah, and here is the evoker. An enchanted evoker, no less. Now that is a big bad. However, I do have 600 arrows actually. So I think using some speed and some arrows we can actually evade. Bing bang boom. This guy seems to be stuck. Oh yeah, we just got this guy stuck. This should be quite an easy fight. Actually, the further away I go, the more damage I do. Okay, and I guess this gives me time to go back through chat as well. How can you play? Well, it is a closed beta, so there is a sign-up process required. And then there is a waiting and praying process, in which everybody who signed up waits and prays that they get one of the keys come through, which isn't guaranteed. Let's finish this guy off with some colour. There we go. Nom nom nom. Oh, there was an enchanter left as well. But I think that completes just about everything in this area. Or at least as much as I will be able to find for this run. Much more to find. Didn't seem to be the hidden boat this time. But nonetheless, you are right.
You did it.
Easy
And
boss
the villagers of the
indeed.
pumpkin pastures go on to fight another day.
I don't know if it's necessarily a boss, more of the kind of first boss-like encounter. Oh my, 66% of mobs defeated. I really did miss something somewhere. That was only 2/3. Oh, we got the wind horn though, and we unlocked this guy. It's interesting to note that as you progress through the missions, you seem to unlock more stuff around the area. Let's have a look on here. See what else we have. We certainly have higher difficulties. Played down here, but not up here. That one's double the power level. Did I get a code on my main account? Technically, no. I got given a key by somebody after sharing some videos online on Reddit. I got really lucky and got DM'd with a key, which is very nice, very generous of a kind stranger online, and I'm thankful for it. The ultimate spin movement. No challenger has ever been able to best the spin attack. Okay, anyway, enough messing around. First things first, inventory time. Camp is always a good place to go through the inventory, check what we have, and check if we can upgrade. On par, 14 to 33, 14 to 32. Now you, oh wait, hang on. 2 enchants as well. Okay, yes please, you don't need to tell me twice. Salvage, goodbye. 15. Okay, I think it may be time to let these guys start becoming inventory fillers. Sad as it is, the nature of progress, the nature of leveling up. On the subject of which, another item, time to go. Oh, I still don't want to get rid of my bow though. I mean, it's decent. 2574, 918. Jeez, can we justify it? Can we justify keeping it at this point? I mean, maybe. With the 2 enchants we have on it. Let's see, what do we have on here? Piercing, Radiant Shot, or Fuse. I think Piercing would be the best. We have a 13 here as well. Lower though. And while it has 2 enchants, I think that one has got to go. That one doesn't even have 2 enchants. No hope. No chance. No way. No thank you. I feel like we should though. In the name of progress. Uh-oh. It might be time. Okay. I think what we do, back into Creeper Woods, but we go on the highest difficulty that they let me.
By the Arch-Illager's decree, all free folk are now enemies of the Illager Empire. Somewhere in these woods, a caravan is transporting villager prisoners to labor in far-off lands. Find the caravan and stop the Illagers, or there's no telling what dreadful doom will befall our villager friends.
Dun dun dun! Okay, anyway, we'll skip that. Last tiny bit of the introduction. As we are here today for the action. We're here for the zombies. We're here for the skeletons. We're mostly here with the sweet, sweet loot at the end. Oh, the bow and arrow experience just isn't the same. Now that I don't have whatever that green weapon was. Green bow of many effects. Many powerful effects. And yet now, an inventory filler. And an enchanting point. 4 enchanting points. That I never intend to get back. Because even if I'm going to lose beta progress, I at least want to remember what I got during the beta while it lasts. Oops. There we go. I'll give these guys a bit more space. Somebody said I've got better boots. And by God, they were right. You know what's better than 2 boots? It's 3 boots. The ultimate speed cannot be beaten. Ironically, I could kind of do with an explosive shots right here to get rid of them. Ah, see, spinning is OP. The ultimate spin attack. Hello, welcome back. Speedy boy spin attack. Ow, okay, he actually hit me. It doesn't matter. There we go. Speedy boy spin attack. Ow, he was ready. God damn it. That wasn't as strong as I was hoping. But what is strong is using the speed effectively. There we go, he wasn't ready for that one. I'm gonna kill these guys. And then we speedy all the way around here to kill that guy. Then we do more speed. Then we do more speed. Just run circles around him. This is, look at this. All I need now is the death cap mushroom. I'll be unstoppable. Still certainly one of, if not the strongest. Some tasty little mushrooms. All in the nature of speed as well. Everybody knows faster is better. Look at all these zombies. They can't even catch me. I am too speedy. Goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, double activation. It's a shame the speed doesn't stack up when you use multiple boots, one after the other. It's still the same speed. See, if I activate these two, I don't go faster. It's just about the cooldown on the effect. The swiftness effect is one set speed. I mean, I guess it would kind of be OP, given that I have 3 enabled right now, if I was able to just keep stacking those up. I like how these mushrooms make noise when you step on them as well. Little musical things. Goodbye, cow. Thank you for dropping a ridiculous amount of arrows. I guess there's no need to question the logic of why cows are hiding all of these arrows. Or even swords and meats from animals that aren't even cow. Swords like that, for example. Munch, munch, munch. Delicious TNT cooked cow. My favourite. How would you like your steak, sir? Prepared with the finest TNT. I'll have it no other way. Try to equip the chicken. Shall do. Now where is that chicken? There is that chicken. Where is that chicken? There is that chicken. Hello? Chicken! I don't know why it doesn't work. It's so strange. It's slightly disappointing. Still, nonetheless, at least we know he will be there. In spirit, with us always. We've unlocked this again. However, I believe the downside is, as demonstrated the first time around, there is a scroll on here which you click to unlock this area on the missions map. You also click it to unlock the door. And guess what? No scroll means no door open. No door open means stab the zombies through the wall. Which is not what I had in mind, not what I was hoping for. But if you want to get that 100% mobs defeated, desperate times call for desperate measures. Can't pick stuff up either, which is a shame. Fortunately, easy enough to leave out of the entrance that we came in. Let's check up here. Anything we missing? Anything we missing? No, no, no. Okie dokie. Down we go. Down over this way. Nothing there either. Super speedy with the boots. Sad as it is to kill the cows. They do have the chance of dropping loot. And at the end of the day, we're in a dungeon crawler. We're here for the loot. And if these guys have it in their butt, then I'm gonna go find them. Whatever the cost may be, the loots must be had. And I guess there's no reason to question why two different sheep had TNT or pork. Neither of which known for being particularly sheep-related commodities. Goodbye, cow. Goodbye, zombie. Please be a secret. Please be a secret. Secret is that there is nothing there. How disappointing. How about over this way? A bit overkill. Just a little bit overkill. Goodbye. Anything in here? No. It's nicely decorated. You must give them credit for that. Damn it. I know you can get up there. I'll try one more time. I think I have enough speed. Just a case of getting the timing right. Damn it. No, that wasn't what I was hoping for at all. Well, onwards and upwards we must go. Goodbye, zombie. Goodbye, zombie. Thank you for your time. Adios, amigos. Time for skeletons to go. Time for sheep as well. There's a lot of sheep. Why are there so many sheep here? Sheepy boys, what you doing? No, need to get rid of those skeletons first. Otherwise this big beefy boy is just gonna whack me to death. Oh, that's a lot of skeletons. I'm almost tempted to go back and equip my unique weapon just for the wave clear. Okay, wrong inventory screen. Maybe there's an enchant that I can use instead, because that is not working. How about just going super speed mode? There we go, potion up. Ultra potion mode. Oh my god, I just took down so many in one hit. Okay, there we go, with rampage. This is like we're on the mushroom already. On the subject of which, I should probably go and farm for one of those in the near future. Those guys are so strong. Uh-oh. Where are these guys enchanted from? Is there an enchanter around here? There must be. Right? Or is this literally just spawning in as enchanted? I think it may be. I think these guys are just spawning in as enchanted skeletons. Because we are on a higher difficulty. And that does up the rate of enchanted mobs spawning into the world. Now that being said, haven't seen too many. Okay. I am going to do what I said I would do earlier. I think it is worth. Less damage, but more wave clear. You can really see that this bow is starting to get a little behind on the levels though. Uh-oh, threw the TNT straight at myself. That was the big brain play. You ain't never seen moves like that before. This bow doesn't one-hit anymore. Ah, sad time. Sad time for the Minecraft adventurer. See, at least I one-hit these common skeletons. Even if I don't hit several at once, each one does go down when hit. So it basically means I can confirm and plan ahead that shooting is equal to eliminating from the field of play. Damn, got hit by that arrow, but it's not too bad. So take that guy down, sidestep the arrows. There we go, sidestep like a ninja. There are a lot of skeletons here. Okay, screw this. Maybe not screw this. I could see that backfiring quite quickly. Just with the initial engage. Okay, gotta keep our speed up. Sidestep like a boss. Sidestep, can't touch this. Skeleton's main weakness is side-to-side movement. Bam. Okay, we've made it through. We have made it through. Don't think there are any secrets in these tiny little areas here. No, does not seem like it. What there are is that there are sheep. Do a little munch, munch, munch on the bread, bread, bread. And let's use the speed to make some good old progress. Spider no, spider no, spider no, spider no, spider no, spider no. Spider no, and we'll come up to those guys in a minute. So now we've got more arrows, 155, not too bad. Got a lot of emeralds, nearly 2,000. In fact, do I have anything spare? Level 1 firework arrow. I think at this stage we can say goodbye to those two. Oh, so close. Okay. So with the speed, we could probably just run up and around to these guys. And it seems like a one-hit as well. Okay, that guy actually got me stuck in the web. Fortunately, they don't do too much damage. And even if they do get you trapped, you can just hit them away. Which is rather epic. Anybody with arachnophobia? Glad to see taking down the spider's nest. No secrets though. I think the last time we were here, there was actually both of them on either side. This time compensating. No such chests. Do have the loot pick though. Did not give us anything incredible. Essentially gave us a whole bunch of emeralds. Be it through the loot pig itself, or just what it dropped. Underlevel equipment is just not needed. That does of course exclude keeping the enchants and also keeping the unique items. Now that is very, very true. Spiders are almost like a support class because they are incredibly deadly, especially in the creepy crypt when you either come across a normal creeper or a couple of them, or especially with the enchanted creepers. If you get trapped by a spider next to an enchanted creeper, oh boy, that is trouble if ever trouble has been seen. I mean, it can immediately be a death sentence. If you run into the wrong combination of creepers and spiders, then you're stuck in place. Sitting duck for hungry, hungry creeper. That is a fast track way to ruin your day. Sorry, Cal. On the subject of ruining days, the day has been ruined. Okay, so we ran all of these guys away. We got second to last villager, I believe. Maybe the last one. did also manage to spread them a bit thinner and free ourselves up to explore this area a bit more. Doesn't seem to be much back here. We got that one chest. But now we can fight our way back over here. In theory, slowly dealing with the guys. Okay. Oh, that didn't quite work. Damn, that one neither. Epic. Okay. Taking the slightly sneaky shortcut route. Most people take the stairs. Fuck. We need stairs when you have shortcuts. Well, clearly first attempt to me does. It is not always consistent getting up that area still. Or at least I'm not with the area. Uh oh, creepers. We are in their woods, and they are not happy about it. Won't be their woods for long. Get out of here. Get out of here. Uh oh. No. Okay, I could really do with some AoE right now. Take the food. That's a good start. Okay, there we go. So these guys have managed to get stuck on a sheep, which is a bit derpy. Okay though. We'll just get ready for him when he finally makes it through. We'll just... What a sad attempt. I mean, you tried, dude. We need to give him credit for that at least. But getting stuck on a sheep, it can't be a dignifying way to go. This one's stuck on a cow, hardly much better. I mean, I think cows are slightly larger. Ever so slightly. So, maybe it is more justifiable getting stuck on a cow. But nonetheless, neither of those guys really had a chance. If cows were an obstacle that got in their way, and I think a guy with a sword really was just out of their league. Uh-oh. Okay, need to get down this enchanter. Don't know why I healed that. That wasn't really necessary. What was necessary was getting rid of those guys so that we can check down here. Now, it seems like there's a big old nothing. Epic nothing. And a couple of cows. So at least we get to go up here. Complete our level. Level up as well. Hell yeah. And run away from these guys because they're getting kind of spooky. Bish bash bosh. Oh no. Well, that's not good. However, that was deliberately for the BM, so that we could kill that guy with the TNT in death. And we did. We killed the guy. We're at the end of the level. Should be no struggle to get through to the end. Uh-oh. I say that and I blow myself up with a creeper. I also missed the TNT. But we have taken down all of the mobs. And with that,
These villages are free from the clasp of the Illagers.
time to head
All
back to
thanks
camp.
To you.
See what else we may find. Hello, Viper. One down, one down. We will ignore that. Oh, I was still playing above my level. And there we go. And that's what I want to see. Yum, 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 yum. That is the highest level. That is not the highest level. So now we have a good selection of artifacts. So which is this? Feather is here. Flaming quiver is there. So this is in fact the one where we get the death cap. So that is good to note. And we have all of the loot from these. We do not have these two. So I suppose it's into the pumpkin pastures we go. On a mission to get all of the loot. The loot quest has begun. Well, the loot quest began
The
a
Illager
long
raids
time
have
ago.
roasted this once lush land to ruin. Only one village remains unspoiled in this corner of the world. Make haste, hero. You must warn the villagers there of the battle to come. You are their only hope.
Ding ding dong, time to go help the villagers. Kapow, kablam. Oh, chicken zombie. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so this should make for some nice little entertainment. So we've got this little chicken zombie guy. And, hang on, how much damage does he do? Okay, that's not too much. I can check my inventory while waiting. So. Let's just pretend, shall we, that this chicken pet, which isn't showing up for some reason... Oh, he lost aggro. Let's just pretend that that chicken pet is this little guy here. So we'll unequip it. Ow. And then we'll equip it again. Oh, that isn't working. Why isn't that working? I suppose it isn't working because here he is. Here is our little chicken pet. I don't know, can I not bring him into battle? Maybe. Okay, whatever. We'll say this is our chicken pet, right? We will make pretend. Whoa, what is going on there? No, chicken pet, come on, come on, come on. Oh my god, no. He already died. That was so sad. I had such high hopes for our chicken pet. I thought I could get him. I thought I could get him through the entire mission. I was sadly mistaken. How tragic. Here he is, yes! Is this the same guy? Oh, we have more of them! Oh my god, yes, 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 yes! Come with me, little chicken. Come, come. Hello, David. Hello and welcome. These are the totally legit baby chicken pet boys. They're definitely the guy that comes with the Hero Edition. Well, technically, it's like 3 or 4-ish. You get the tutorial on Squid Coast, then you get Creeper Woods, then you get the Creepy Crypt dungeon, which is from Creeper Woods, and then you get this one, which is Pumpkin Pastures. Which is a fair selection, if you ask me. Okay, so we need to get this zombie away from our little chicken boys. Oh. No, no, no. There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, come on. Oh no. You have a problem. Just get rid of that guy. Okay, they lost me. Come on, boys. Chick, chick, chick. This way. Come on, this way. Come on, little chickens. They're kind of getting stuck on each other, which is a bit goofy. Oh, there we go, there we go. We've got to get to them in single file, and it all goes well. Come on. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh no! Oh my god. Oh, I guess we're down to 1. Well, at least he's more able to follow us. Survival of the fittest. That is so tragic. No, 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 no. Fuck's sake, why can I never keep my little chicken boys? Fuck you. I took away the only thing I ever cared about. Guess we should unequip it. My little chicken boy. Gone. Oh, there'll be another one. For the time being, what are we working with here? A whole bunch of sand. Kind of looks like this part of the path. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. Normally it stops you walking off the edge. Guess not today. Oops. Damn, I'm used to using my speedy boots as well, so I'm not actually used to having this mushroom equipped on W. Oh, it'll be fine. The mushroom comes back sooner or later. Bish bash bosh. Maybe we get another baby chicken. Well, the little baby chicken boy, I think, is meant to be a mob that follows you around. I'm not sure how, but somebody else also had a fox mob that I saw a screenshot for, and I don't really know how they managed to do that either. So I'm very interested how these pets work. But to the best of my knowledge, it's kind of like the dog that you can summon. The only difference is the little chicken boy doesn't actually attack. I think it is purely cosmetic. However, I would imagine that it is something you should be able to see following you around. I mean, you can see the cape in game. That's not purely inventory based. But the chicken shows up over here. I can't find it anywhere in the game. And I don't know what it is I'm missing. Certainly something that I will look into after I finish streaming. Try and get little chicken boy working for next time. In the meantime, what do we have here? We got ourselves another little chicken boy. Hello. Come hither. We'll call them Graham and Waddles, the chicken. Come here, little Waddle. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Oh, no. Really need to be careful of the AoE attacks. Don't want to hit Graham and Waddle in the head. Oh, I can't attack that zombie because little Waddle is behind. Come on, Waddle. Waddle, Waddle. This way, Waddle, Waddle. Come on. This way. Look at him go. Charging into battle. It's interesting how the baby zombie on the chicken actually attacks with the chicken. See, it's the chicken doing the attacking. Ow. Stop that. Come on, follow me. This way. Let's continue on our adventure. This way. Got a zigzag just to make sure I'm actually slow enough for them to keep up. I got another one. Yes, 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 yes. I wonder how many of these guys I could actually get if I was able to keep them all alive. All the way up until the end. Damn, this positioning is really unfortunate. Come on, chickens, baby chickens, this way. Get out of here. Get away from my baby chickens. Okay, come on. This way. Okay, let's quickly run ahead. Deal with all of this. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, now we need to stop attacking. Stop attacking. Come on, little chickens. Clock, clock, clock. Clock, clock. This way. So, this is where potentially the dungeon exit and entrance is. Doesn't work with TNT. Have confirmed. Threw two at the wall. And got nothing at all. Big sad. But now we know. Come on. This way. Okay, so where are we going now? There's somewhere down this way. So maybe we bring them with us. Oh, maybe we don't. Come on. Chick, chick, chick. Chick, chick, chicken. Can they not follow me? Oh my god, no, what? Hang on. I think I've broken the AI a little bit here. Come on. Chicken. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Right. Epic. Okay. So where are they going? What are they doing? Where are they going? Are they trying to go around, I wonder? Surely not. They still sound really close. No, they are just sitting down there. Come on. Come on, guys. Your cat. Clock, clock, clock. Uh-oh. Okay. Gotta run, gotta run. Get rid of these guys. Run over here. And we need to be super careful of chickens. Super careful. Fortunately, these guys are quite aggressive. So they run straight at me. This guy has managed to find himself in the middle, however. And there's still this weird body blocking system. Well, one mob just gets in the way of the other, and the other kind of lags behind them. Okay. So, we actually managed to leave the other guy behind. Where did he go? There you are. Get out of here. Harassing me and my chickens. Goodbye, senor. So we have our chickens. Have not explored this little section over here. Unlikely to be much. Make sure our chickens catch up. Come on. Good boys. And now we go back the other way. Leave none behind. Okay, let's go over the top, up and over. Uh-oh. Rock that mushroom, make sure we don't end up attacking our little chicken boys. Okay, just in case there was anything ahead, decided to use the mushroom, run ahead, see if there was anything over there. That did mean that the chicken AI managed to lose us. So now we've got these boys back on track. Let's take them to the end of the mission. Come on. Chick, chick, chick. Chick, chick, chicken. Clock, clock, clock. Clock, clock, clock. Ah! Clock, clock, clock. Clock, 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 clock. So, this should be an interesting section. Maybe if I run ahead, it will be okay. That shuts. Baby chickens, stay down there. Okay, we have one staying down. Okay, I did just cause him to come up as well. Okay, so in the ideal world, this guy stays. Where's the other one? Chicken! Clock, clock, clock. Oh no. These guys are getting stuck behind again. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, goodbye chickens. It was nice knowing you. Stay there, please. Scary and dangerous up here. I do not want you to die. Wham. Okay, good, 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 good. Clock, 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 clock. Wait, wait. Clock, clock, clock. Come on, this way, this way, this way. Come on. Come on, boys. This way. Ow. Stop that. So, in we go. Let that catch up. Now this is a nice big open area at least. So that will mean that we are able to see the chicken boys far enough away. Run out of their range. Get this guy. Get this door. Lever. Okay, and last zombie. Probably a bad time. Okay, last zombie. Probably a bad time to use the mushroom. Not going to lie. Wham bam bam. Big old problems. These guys are killing me. Killing me a bit many. Bit big, bit much. Big mucho. Now they have Dido. Okay, epic. So is that everybody? Okay, you have these two over here. And I think it's time to do the door as well. Very nice. Let's heal up. Get that on cooldown. It comes out on all platforms May 26th. As for the closed beta, I think that's already on Xbox. I've heard people saying they have been getting Xbox codes, so I'm assuming that I think it's the Xbox and the PC closed beta is out now for anybody that was lucky enough to be accepted, which unfortunately is not everybody. And then the game is scheduled for release on the 26th. Uh-oh. Now this could be a tough one. Got our little chicken boys. Got our little chicken boys. And these fast ones as well could be problems. Okay, so we'll leave that one. That one should catch up before the other one. Little chicken boys get here. Okay. So I think I need to... Uh-oh, he's coming up here with me. That's bad. So let's heal. Bring the chickens. Bring the chickens. Come on. Get out of harm's way. Okay, good. Good, good, good. So I think we just go ham. Just go ham. We just take this guy. Just throw everything we have. And that is why the mushroom do the OP thing. Not the most catchy saying. Well, the little boys, babies. I mean, babies are correctly referred to as. I mean, I'm assuming their gender, and maybe that is a little prejudice of me. But besides that, I don't know. It's a good way to refer to plural baby zombie chickens. I mean, you've got to be friendly with them. They're my little pals. Or at least I hope. As long as I don't accidentally hit one in the face with the sword. That'd make me big sad. Okay. You okay? You okay? Come on. Good clock clock. Good clock clock. Okay. Now we bring them onwards on our adventure. This way, my minions! Chicky jockey yeets, man. Okay, I tell you what. I'll try keep track of it. This one on the left is chicken jockey yeetus. Oh, he did not like that name. Chicken jockey yeetus. Come on, this way. Okay, I'm gonna actually try and keep track of this. Chicken jockey yeetus. What should we call the other guy? I think they've been with us for long enough that we can call them. I'm gonna lose track very quickly. So the one behind, Chicken Jockey Yeetus. We need another name for our second companion. We'll call him Ben. Chicken Jockey Yeetus and Ben. What's going on here? Okay, yes. Oh, I don't want to attack. Chicken Jockey eat us? Oh my god, no! Chicken Jockey eat us, I'm so sorry. I'm so happy that didn't kill him, but oh my god, that is devastating. Here you go, here you go. I'll let you do it to me as payback. I'm sorry, Chicken Jockey eat us. I didn't mean to. It was all an accident. This game is not kind to your type. Oh, no, 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 get away, get away, get away. Okay. I can't be without them. Life is meaningless. And it's not even a respawn mechanic that allows me to get them back either. It's not a checkpoint. It's literally just going back here. I mean, thank you for the sub, but I mean, it's too late. They're gone. The glory days are over. Everything we once had. This is the danger of naming them. Name something and it only becomes all the more devastating when you eventually lose it. Still, for subbing, I will honor your name. And next time we get a baby chicken zombie jockey eat us, I will name them Jockey Simp. I was considering Simp Jockey, but that just kind of seems unfair to the chicken. Oh, maybe actually. Maybe the chicken is the Simp. Well, I guess we need clarification. Is the jockey the Simp, or is the chicken the Simp? Because, like, the zombie is riding the chicken. I think the chicken is kind of the Simp for just kind of standing by and taking it. Then again, chicken's also the one that attacks. Ah, we got an interesting dynamic here. Chicken is the Simp. Yeah, I thought so. It's being taken advantage of. In fact, in more ways than one, the chicken is the one attacking. Chicken is the one being ridden. I mean, all in all, that chicken is just being exploited for everything it has. So yes, indeed, it is a Simp Jockey that we shall name them. It's fortunate that those first two zombies, well, I guess the silver lining that those first two zombies died is that I had a level of respect for them that I simply couldn't have for a Simp Jockey. I mean, you just can't really respect a Simp Jockey the same way that you can respect baby zombie Yeetus. I do not have an extra beta code, which is unfortunate. I only managed to get in using somebody else's extra beta code through a series of very fortunate events. Okay, gotta check over here quick. My instincts won't let me avoid this area, just in case. No, no. Sadly, no. But there's always hope, always a chance. Making a map, I see. I'm assuming you mean a map in Minecraft of Minecraft Dungeons, because I don't think Minecraft Dungeons itself has much capacity for map building. I could be wrong, but to the best of my knowledge. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Oh no. I did not sign up for that. Bam. Whoa. It's got an explosion. Phone is broken. Big oof. Big yes. Oh no, this is a big room. This is a big boy indeed. Okay, let's just take this guy down. Let's heal up, take this guy down. And make sure I don't do any silly deaths between now and the final boss fight, just in case. Just in case things go south. And epic. Got ourselves our first chest. Well, I mean that relies on me finding a baby zombie jockey to begin with. But we shall find one, sooner or later. I believe one will be found. Oh, that was a bit buggy. No, I think it'll be fine. Nom 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 nom. Any info on how many people got beta? Info? No. Vague predictions that aren't necessarily entirely grounded in fact. There was until they did the second wave of beta invites. The initial guess was that there were 4,000 total. The numbers of those coming from 1,000 people getting accepted as a complete estimation, just to emphasize. And then those people getting 3,000 invite codes. Oh my god, no, we cannot defeat. Okay, now he's really a simp. It's whipped him in the face as well. Yeah, of course not getting 3,000 each, but each person who got a beta code, I think they all got 3 beta invites, which means that the estimated 1,000 had an extra estimated 3,000, so it was guessed 4,000 people. But then they went and did another round of beta invites, and now I have no clue whatsoever. And that was already going off of estimated numbers. Oh boy. It's Christmas. Okay, I guess one upside. So that one is... the one that got whipped is clearly... Simp Jockey. Since it just got whacked in the face with a sword, right? I don't know how we deal with that zombie. They're actually faster. Good, 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 good. They're faster. Oh my god, there's another one. I nearly went ham going in and attacking. I need to realize that would have been a big mistake. Okay, so we're going to need some more names for these guys. Simp Jockey at the back. Oh, fuck. Okay. I guess we have another Simp Jockey. So, let's go fight this first guy, now that the Simp Jockeys are away. Wiggle your finger until I get 100 kills. Well, I'm assuming there are more than 100 on the map, so that should be relatively easy. The official word on beta ending is that, well, it would last approximately 2 to 3 weeks. I think we're coming up for the second week on Thursday that the initial beta invites went out. There was also a round last week, around a week after the initial invites went out. So I suppose for those people, unless they drew the short straw, they are the 2 weeks and the other people are the 3 weeks. I would say it either ends next week and the week after, or it ends next week, or it ends the week after, or it gets extended because the game got delayed. And it could be any of those. Ah, there we go. I thought I was missing one of these guys. No, the progress beta players make is entirely locked into the beta, and it will get reset when released, which I think is entirely fair. I think that is a good way of doing things, because otherwise I would be running around for at minimum 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, maybe longer if it gets extended, and I'd be like level 40. I'd have an inventory full of unique weapons, and then little Jimmy, who comes along playing the game on release, who wasn't lucky enough to get into the beta, is sitting there staring at me with my ridiculously OP inventory feeling like you kind of missed out. Whereas if they reset beta progress, then it means that everybody starts the game on an equal footing. Nobody has an advantage. Sure, you've got the insider experience and you've got the gameplay experience, but you don't start with extra stuff in your inventory. And I think that's a good way of doing things. Besides, in some respects, the final game on release isn't going to be the same game as the beta. Sure, it's Minecraft Dungeons. Sure, it's basically an extension of the Minecraft Dungeons beta. But there's so much to the final game that isn't in the beta that progress made here almost shouldn't count towards the final product. Boom boom. Oh no. Simp Jockey number 2 come and join the battle. Okay. Now we have another conundrum. I think I know how to solve it. The way to solve it is to run in with a mushroom and just deal with this before it's even a problem to deal with. We got our Highland sword. Unrelated, of course. Ow, 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 ow. Those guys actually hit really hard. Can't afford to sit in my inventory too long. Okay, okay, okay. Well, the story of how I got a key is a complicated and a fortunate one. I neither got accepted, nor did I receive it from a friend, but instead a kind stranger on the internet. I basically started making videos on like demo gameplay and like trailers and stuff, and posting it onto Reddit before, well, I mean technically before the beta was even announced, or at least, well, before the beta was released. I was already putting videos on Reddit, and I believe it got the attention of the right person, and they sent me a DM with one of their keys, because I did not get any. I even had signed up with 2 accounts, since I have 2 Minecraft accounts. Figured I should sign up with both of those, and I think in both waves of beta, I did not get accepted on those accounts. However, I did get the fortune of kind strangers. Okay, so we actually ended up with more than I was expecting out of this run. Hello, little boys. Okay, I'm not actually going to die there, because if I die to the simp jockey, then what does that make me? Makes me the double simp. However, I will leave them to thrive and frolic in their natural habitat. I don't want the baby chickens to follow me, because where's the fun in just running up to them, whacking them with a sword twice, maybe getting a couple of emeralds, and then just leaving them behind? They're quite a fun mob to have around. Besides, and I think this is probably the most valid point that I could go for, I do have the Hero Edition. I should have a baby chicken following me around. So over here in my cosmetic slot, I have a pet. Says it's equipped. Don't know where it is. Don't know why it's not working. For some reason, the baby chicken just hasn't been showing up for me. I don't know if it's a bug with everybody, or if just my one's being a bit weird. But that is why, well, it's one of the reasons that I got those little baby chicken guys to come with me. This has my replacement. It's my Hero Edition bonus. I might not be able to get this guy, but at least I have a version of a baby chicken with me. My version may come in several forms, naturally spawning on the map, not exclusive to the Hero Edition, and it comes with a free little baby zombie. But I mean, it does what it needs to do. Ooh, better armor. Tasty. On the subject of emeralds, now is actually a good time to salvage, because I've got a bunch of stuff that I do not need. Let's see what is around our inventory. Higher level bow, yes please, not using my unique anymore, which is a shame. And I suppose we won't be using 3 of those since we have one of these. Info with the specs. I believe the frequently asked questions should have the exact specifications that they claim to be the minimum requirements. I reckon you could probably try and push it lower if you really needed to, but I don't really know the ins and outs, so I don't know whether that would be ill-advised. Thundering. Yes please. Committed. I respect. Booting. I think committed. Committed. Maybe not another one. I think it... Oh, whoops. What am I doing here? Spamming the spacebar. Okay. GPU do I have? I have an NVIDIA GTX 970. Which is decent, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's my CPU, which is my bottleneck at the moment. That's like an i5 4690, I think. Which still isn't too bad. I mean, it runs most games fine. Streaming some games can be a challenge, but Minecraft Dungeons is all good to go. Let's see. I think I should equip this as well, given that I just don't really try it out too often. Ah, so it's 7 shots. Noted. And then what kind of cooldown are we looking at? 30 seconds. I see. Interesting. Now something worth noting is that you actually can't switch out an item while it is on cooldown. Which I guess is a good way for them to safeguard against, you know, using up something. Dog, please. There we go. Using up something, switching it out, using that... Oh, fuck. No, that wasn't what I wanted to do at all. What do I think is the minimum? I will be 100% honest, I don't know enough about it to give an opinion that would actually be meaningful. As much as I want to try and say something, I genuinely just don't know. 27. And an unknown item. Now an unknown just will not do. Okay, let's get ourselves loaded up so that we are ready to find what we need to find. Firework arrow was a big no. This was a big maybe. Why don't I use the uniques? Well, I was using them. Problem is, they're now like 10 below my current level. 7 below, 10 below. You know, that one's even 10 below as well. Quite a shame. The saddest part of a level-based dungeon crawler style game is when you get that one item that you just love, and then you slowly progress through the game, and the game slowly gives you better loot. And then you start seeing loot that just comes through and it's better than what you have. And for a while, you can keep it equipped. You have all of your unique items equipped, all of your legendaries, all of your specials, whatever your chosen game decides to call it. But eventually, you just get that item, and it might just be a common item. It might just be a trash rarity, but the stats just can't be argued with. Uh-oh. Okay, on the subject of arguing with stats, these guys have got some decent stats themselves. One of the risks going in above your level. Okay. Not good. Not good. Maybe good. Shoot a couple. And then maybe we will be good. Ah, the mushroom. Okay, that was a little bit risky. I can see this one being quite the adventure. Debating whether baby zombie jockey simp is going to be a good idea for this run. Simply because having to worry about not killing a little baby jockey is going to be enough of a headache on its own, let alone having to deal with all of these higher level stuff as well. Am I going for baby chickens? Well, I'm debating it. I'll see whether it's too difficult on the build up to those baby chickens, whether I'm able to take down the mobs relatively easily, whether the cooldowns make it relatively manageable to kind of deal with high level mobs. I haven't found any yet, and I am starting to warm to the idea. It doesn't seem quite so problematic. Now the evokers are going to be a big problem. But I think, like last time, I can set myself up so that the little baby zombie chicken jockey simps, Yeetus, or whatever name we decide to allocate to them, shouldn't be too much of an issue. At least not compared to the evoker. Okay, never mind. I think it was just this little area, but I felt like I had missed something. Fortunately, that was not the case. Let's go over here. Make sure there's no secrets down on this section. Head back up over this way. Take that guy down. Epic. Wasn't a one shot with the bow though. Hello. Welcome to what could potentially end up being baby zombie chicken simp Yeetus run number 2. Or it could simply be a Minecraft Dungeons adventure. Well, I suppose it will be that one way or the other. It just depends how many baby zombie chicken Yeetuses are involved. Okay, let's check up here. Nothing to be seen. Loads of mobs this way, but I am keen to go over the other way. Still haven't seen a baby chicken jockey Yeetus yet. Go up and over. Always more fun, and very nearly fell off there. But it's always more fun to go up and over. I don't know, this just feels so much more rewarding. Oh, the movement is a bit buggy up here though. Can't actually move properly. And I don't know why. You can roll, which is good. And once you get down onto the lower platforms, all is well. Oh, baby chicken! Jockey, Yeetus, simp. It's complicated, okay? Right, sure, let's go with it. Let's roll with it. Wham. Wham. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, one down. The perfect run has been lost. Lost to time, all hope of what could have been perfect baby zombie chicken run. Oh well, there is always next time. Except last time. Last time there was not next time, because this time is next time, and next time has been a colossal fuck up. Maybe not colossal, not yet. Not until we lose another zombie. Baby zombie chicken Yeetus. For the time being. Hello? There we go. I got stuck down there for a second. I know it is a one-way drop, but it is from the other side to this side. I was going to get a little confused if I was only allowed to go to the other side from this side. Fortunately, not the case. All is well. Make the most of the TNT. I hope. That should be enough. Bring those guys back in. And there we go. Ah, we have a better bow. Get rid of this. Growing. Yes, please. What's the other one? Supercharge. Now, that sounds like a good combination. Which one first, though? Let's go with growing. And this one. And then we don't need to worry about it. Okay, and this one as well. Epic. Okay, actually putting those enchanting points into something more valuable than just leaving them sitting in my inventory. They are no good there. How does the game run? Well, I suppose depending on your hardware, it will change, but in my case, it runs really, really well. I don't know the FPS that I get. What I do know is that I haven't had a need to check the FPS because it's dipping below anything that I would notice. And that's considering that I'm also streaming at the same time. Like I saw something up here. I'm not sure what it was. Ah, there's a little stone structure. Don't think I can get up there though, which is a shame. Now, I think the hardware requirements for this game are... Well, some people said they seemed a little high, and I'm not sure whether it would be relatively easy to get away with less. But I don't really know too much about the details. Ow. But I'm sure they have some settings in there to play around with the different aspects of the game that might allow it to run on something slightly below the minimum requirements. Okay, it sounds like your specs are for the most part above mine, but I have absolutely no noticeable issues whatsoever, and that's considering I'm also streaming it at the same time. I think, safely say, you'll be alright. Come back, sheepy. Come back, sheepy. Come back, cow. Sheepy. I think it might have been a bit overkill, killing the sheep that was already on basically no HP, using the invisibility crit shot, but I think it'll be okay. Should be interesting running it in 4K. It's a very nice looking game, I know that much. So that means 4K should look even nicer. I mean, it looks very modern, which is unsurprising for a game coming out in 2020. You'd think it would look modern. But I mean, even for a game that is trying to stick to the Minecraft Dungeons art style, it's still doing a very good job. Wham bam. Get rid of the lamb. Bing bang boom. This map has no room for skeletons and the other guys that I just hit in the face with a sword. Phew. Okay, so it wants us to go over that way, which means we're gonna go around this way. See what there is to find. I think for the most part this little area is decoration. I mean, one of the houses, I think back up on this hill, had a chest inside. And of course the randomness of the game means that there could be chests in many places. Oh, there is also a chest here, so I suppose that is the most likely place for a chest to be. Nonetheless, adventure to be had. Where there is adventure to be had, I shall travel. Travel, explore, and see what there is to be found. Graphic settings, I can indeed. Problem is, the menu doesn't pause the game, so I'm gonna have to kill some things before I do some setting things. Bam bam bam. Goodbye. Is that all of them? No, enchants are left. Okay. I think that's a fair place. And we'll get that on cooldown as well. Settings. Game settings. We got these little things. There's not a lot going on in here, but there's enough. Then we have controller. Now that doesn't even apply to me. Do not have a controller on. Still nice that they have controller options though. Always helpful to have. Key bindings, I assume, based on the graphics discussion. Don't need too much time to be spent in here. Let's just skip over audio, come back to that. Balanced. Fancy. Fanciest. Ah. I have not been playing on the fanciest. Yes, please. I would like to apply. Thank you. So, FPS limit. Why is that limited? Who on earth limits their FPS? No, thank you. FPS counter. I guess for science. I'll probably turn that off later. This is going to be really depressing. If I come out of this menu, suddenly my FPS tanks down to something low. High or off? Okay, I'm assuming high is the highest. High is as high as the high will go. Let's apply. Let's apply the high to my guy. Say goodbye to the high guy thing. Brightness. Not too much fancy in there. HUD scale. Let's see how big it goes. I'm going to definitely turn that down again in approximately very soon. Here is some sound stuff. And let's look at the HUD scale. Oh my god. That is unnecessary. Okay. Settings, display. What was it? Advanced HUD. It was HUD, right? No? Was that somewhere else? I think it was somewhere else. I don't know if it was. It was. I don't know. I don't remember where it was though. 70? No. Let's make it a bit bigger. Definitely lower than 90. Put it on 80. I think that will be fine. Maybe. Sure. Put it on 90 just in case. For those with smaller monitors. Especially for those mobile viewers. Quarter of 360. Hard to go wrong. What does it look like at fastest? Now, that is a good question. And I don't know.